Everyone, welcome to the show. I have some really juicy Trump regrets to share and stories of Trump voters slamming headfirst into the find out phase of their journey. So, this first one comes from a recent focus group podcast with Sarah Longwell's organization. And as I mentioned last week, these are swing voters. These are people who went for Donald Trump in 2024 after they voted for Biden in 2020. Before I share this clip with you, though, please do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button below this video. It really, really helps the show. I greatly appreciate it. So, this first person, this is not your average Trump voting bear. He actually did his homework in regard to Doge and all these claims that Elon Musk was making about the so-called savings, waste, fraud, and abuse. So, take a listen to what he had to say.
Their wall receipts is just all lies. I mean, from the very start, being a technical person, I can see there used to be able to inspect the website and see the contract numbers. All you had to do was look them up and see that they listed like the same contract 3 times. Each one was $80 million, and they claimed, oh, we saved $240 million. Well, that contract only paid out 100,000, so you didn't save anything. You didn't save anything at all. So everything they're doing is all BS and all lies, and they haven't found any like corruption. Now they're focusing on getting rid of people's Medicare and stuff because they don't have anything else to go with. I was hoping that they can fix the military paying $20 for a 10-cent bolt, but that's not going to happen with Hexef in there.
So there you go. At least one of them gets it. And speaking of not your average Trump voter, a man posted on Twitter and said he supports whatever decision Trump makes regarding Iran. And then he asked others how they felt. And another person replied, quote, negative. I voted Trump too. I didn't vote for the Israel PAC or Israeli PAC. I also have a story to share about a Trump voter who might lose all of her retirement money because of Trump and his big butt ugly bill. Her name is Michelle Santa Maria, and she's worked for the Social Security Administration since the 1990s. Or since 1990, I should say. And Santa Maria was counting on a program that provides, I guess, supplemental retirement funds for government employees under the age of 62. Well, the Republican budget bill eliminates that program. And Santa Maria will lose about $110,000 in retirement money if this bill passes because she took the government out. She took, when they were making all these requests of government employees and saying, well, we're going to give you X amount of money if you get out early, if you just take the deal and leave. She took it. So Santa Maria told NPR she voted for Trump hoping he and Elon Musk would upgrade her department. That was her reasoning. Now she says, quote, when you have someone who's been there for 34 years and then just to pull the rug out from under you, that's devastating. I have another story to share about a California long-haul truck driver named Omar. Not only did Omar vote for Trump himself, but he told the New York Post he convinced his wife, his grown children, and his father-in-law to all vote for Trump last year. But now Omar says that Trump is a, quote, or I guess the way he framed it to them, the way he got them over to his side, was he said that Trump is a, quote, businessman and everything was going to be better because he was going to be good for the economy. Well, Trump's tariffs have now caused parts and service for his big rig to completely skyrocket. Omar said that he used to pay $360 for an oil change. That's now $480. He also said his tires used to cost $390 each. They are now $600 a piece. And Omar told the Post, quote, he's doing things that are making the economy worse. Tariffs are hurting everyone. And this, boys and girls, this is what happens when your only source of news is what your friends think, Trump propaganda channels, Fear News Network. Next up is a Trump voter with a tiny amount of compassion. I know, very rare. Again, like finding a unicorn. They do exist, though. A man shared a video of a mother who was being arrested by ICE in a school parking lot. I shared that with you guys yesterday. And yeah, she was screaming, she was crying, pleading with them to stop. Another man, guy named Dwayne, he commented on the video and he wrote, quote, "I voted for deportations, but I didn't vote for this scorched earth policy." And a farmer posted on Twitter under a video of Trump saying that the US has a lot of open land and we're going to build housing on that land. And the farmer wrote, quote, "I didn't vote for this. Trump lost me forever on this one." I mean, who could have predicted that Trump doesn't care about the environment and maintaining open space for US residents, right? I mean, not like we dealt with this before last time. There's also a ton of Trump voters who they're pissed off about his rhetoric regarding Israel and Iran. And a bunch of these, I will say up front, these were before we launched our or drop bombs. I shouldn't say launched missiles, before we dropped the bombs in Iran. So a man named Sean responded to a Trump tweet and told him, quote, "America doesn't want to be involved in Israel's war. This is not our war. We don't want it. You were elected by the people. Listen to the people who we elected you. We do not want this." 4 exclamation points. That last sentence was in caps, by the way, for people on the podcast. This next one, this is a two-parter. In October of 2024, a man named Philip posted on Twitter, quote, "Donald Trump is literally right about everything." Yeah, yeah. Fast forward to June of this year, 2025, and Philip now says, and here comes one of my cats. Philip now says, quote, "Donald Trump has completely failed us." Unbelievable how misinformed and uninformed so many of these people are. Another Twitter user posted, quote, "Trump seems owned by Israel. Never thought I'd say it, but I feel duped and regret trusting him." This last one for today comes from none other than January 6th convict, the QAnon shaman. Remember him? The horned guy? So I don't know if he is regretting his vote. I don't know if this is all, part of his imagination. I don't know what's going on. But anyway, he said that this is Jacob Chansley for people who don't know. But QAnon shaman Jacob Chansley, he was arrested for January 6th. He was convicted. He was sentenced to prison. He was in prison for quite a while. Anyway, he apparently called Trump a shill for Israel. And now he claims that someone in Trump's camp has threatened his life. Chansley posted on Twitter, quote, "Doing this for my safety. These people are fucking crazy. They think I am their pet. That is how sick and fucking twisted these people are. I am fine and will continue to fight and give Israel the finger. Let the Amazon move as one." Don't know what he's talking about. Anyway, and along with that post, Chansley shared what appears to be text messages between him and someone else, and they're talking about shooting the hostage. And then he shared a lengthy note that I think he wrote on his own phone in case something happened to him. And it describes these meetings that he had with this person. And it says in part, quote, "I knew that the Trump admin had my phone tapped, so they would likely see the message I sent myself. That was also an insurance policy, just like they see this message now. They are continuing to threaten me and my life. I am just letting you all know." I mean, you never know with this batch of crazies, who's telling the truth, but it's fun to watch them all start turning on each other, isn't it? Anyway, I will have more for you. There are lots more where this came from. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.